How's everyone doing today? Um, not very long. Okay, so I learned about the Battle of Stalingrad for a school history project, and I've actually got into it after doing it more, like as I started to go into it more and more, and we were going to present it, and I thought I was going to get to present it. Tomorrow is my last day, and today I was told by my teacher we're not presenting it no more. I was like, what? Yeah, man, like stressing this out, man. Like, oh my god, I gotta present this. I don't want to do it, and all of a sudden I wanted to do it. And now I don't get to do it. Like, what? And we were supposed to do it today, and I didn't find out until I got to school we weren't presenting it. So it was like, what? Come on, man. So it was just a little. Oh man, crazy. Wow. Still a little bit tired. Like almost 8:30 in the afternoon. I've never really woke up today. uh, but basically, since I don't get to do it for school, I figured why not present it on my channel? Do something as like to help other people learn. And so I'm doing that. I've seen other YouTubers do it. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why don't I do it? I'd say the names and actually like say, oh, this guy was so awesome, like this video or all that, but I don't remember their names. They were school videos that they made us watch mostly. Uh, but basically, the Battle of Stalingrad was part of World War II, and it started out as the Germans and the Soviets uh, kind of going at it because, okay, let me start with the battle was important because Joseph Stalingrad was the Soviet dictator. And Stalingrad, was the only city of the Soviet Union to bear his name. So, they, so Hitler decided that it would strike a crucial blow to them, and, you know, he went for it. And he had them fairly good for a while. The German troops were probably more skilled in the sense of fighting, but the Russian troops were smarter, at the very least in that battle, and they won. There was tension before the battle itself that led up to the battle. Like, I don't, I don't know how to say this, but I'm gonna try. Let's see here. It's spelled Ploiesti. Uh, and it's like Polesti, Romania, and that's where some German oil fields were. There were some vital oil fields there. Well, the the oil fields there were being occupied by the Soviet Union. And so that threatened the German control of the fields when they came in and started to occupy the area. And Germans didn't like that, so they launched an operation called Operation Barbarossa, which is spelled Barbarossa. I didn't really study up on that specific operation a whole lot. I just know it was an attempt to save the oil fields. For the most, that's really all I know about that. And 16 days after September 1st, on September 17th of 1939, the Soviets invaded Poland, which on September 1st, 16 days before, Germany did. So there was also that they both invaded the same place. Germany invaded Poland, took over, and then they took over, or tried to take over. I don't know if they did or not. I just know they tried. So there was that, and the oil fields, which led up some tension. And there was, Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, I think is how you pronounce it. Maybe incorrect. I don't know. If any of these pronunciations are incorrect, and you know what I'm talking about, comment down below and say that I mispronounced something, and uh, um, I don't know how to explain it. Just comment it and figure out how to tell me that. Yeah. Okay. And then Germany decided they were going to try to invade the Soviet Union through Stalingrad because it was the only city that bared Joseph Stalin's name. So that was cool and all, but when they decided they were going to do that, Italy launched an ill-fated invasion of Greece, and Italian reserves on the battlefield forced Germany to intervene, delaying the timetable for the invasion by 5 critical weeks, which wasn't good, not at all. So there was that, and next we will talk about. Okay, so again, maybe saying this wrong. I don't know. Field Marshal Wieter von Box, I think is how you say it. The last of his 6 major offenses against Moscow had reached the suburbs of the Russian capital. By this point, Barbarossa has stalled, and the harshest Russian winter in decades has decimated German armies that were sorely lacking in cold weather gear. Part of the reason Germany lost this battle is because their allies in the back of their line, which were in the back because they lacked armor and anti-armor capacities or capabilities, was it? Capabilities. I'm pretty sure, yeah, capabilities. and so they were stuck to defensive things to kind of make up for that. But the Axis line was overextended in the battle, and well, a smart general, what's his name again? General George Gregory, I think that's how you say that. Zhukov, I think, launches Operation Uranus, which is basically an encirclement of them because they're so overextended that basically they just go from, hey, we're attacking you from the front, we'll start attacking you from the back too. And the back of their line wasn't very armored. The front of their line was where they wanted the battle, because their front was the Germans, which had all their might, most of their might, their armor, their highly trained troops. A lot of them came from Germany. Like, sure, all their men had highly trained troops, but the most renowned were Germany. They stuck to the front lines, while their allies helped defend their back. Hitler issued it's fewer Directive No 41, summarizing the goals of Fall Blue. No, however you say that. And I probably should look a little more into the goals of that. But basically, Operation Uranus was an encirclement, and it really decided the end of the battle. Hitler just said to, I think it was Feder von Fuchs, I think it was, that he said to that no field marshal had ever surrendered. And he surrendered at the end of the battle. The way he thought was, I'm not taking a bullet for this man. I am not going to kill myself for this man. So he did not share the belief with Hitler that you should fight to the last man. And this showed major embarrassment for Hitler, because, as I said, this was an important battle for Hitler. In World War II, this, for him, was one of his important battles. This would have majorly affected the Soviet Union, which was, like, right on Hitler at that time. They were, like, back and forth. So that would not have been good. If Germany would have won, that would have highly changed the outcome of the war, probably. But under-equipped Romanian troops defend the lines both north and south of the city, can do very little but delay the Red Army's advance. They just, all they can do is delay it. And so Germany surrenders with 91,000 men, I believe. It goes from the numbers, I don't know the exact numbers. Okay, so Germany starts with 500 tanks, 600 aircrafts, 3,000 artillery pieces, and 270,000 soldiers, I believe. Okay. And then the Soviet Union had 400 tanks, 300 aircraft, 2,200 artillery pieces, and 187,000 men. Altogether, there was almost 2 million casualties. And that was both civilian and military casualties. Not just military. Because the Germans bombed down Stalingrad. And what? Okay. And so that caused some lives to be lost. And then it's just the idea that the Germans didn't care who died. They were their enemies. They seen them, they died. They shot them to death. And the Russians, under a dictatorship and all that, they really at that time didn't care either. I don't know if I'd be able to say they do now. I don't really know a lot about Russia nowadays. I want to learn about Russia though. I like to learn about the world. But it started out with Germany being like they outmatched the Soviets. And then the Soviet Union came in like, we ain't allowing this. They launched some operation. Stalingrad offensive begins. Didn't write down that operation, but they launched something and they began an offensive, and they gained some more troops in there and some more tanks and stuff, and I think they outmatched Germany a little at that point, and it went to 732 aircraft for Germany. So they went up, but only 402 of them were working. I didn't write down the number of tanks they went through after that. I don't know why. Did they just stay at 500 again? But anyway, 894 Soviet tanks, 1,100, over 1,100 aircrafts, 1,115 exactly. And then 13,451 Soviet artillery pieces and almost 1.2 million soldiers. And then Germany increases from 3,000 to 10,250 artillery pieces, and from 270,000 soldiers to 1,040,000. After all that, though, they end with only 91,000. And I think only like 300,000 died in actual fighting. There was a lot of German troops died from the cold as well. There was one of the harshest Russian winters, in decades. But yeah, there was so much going on. And since I didn't get to present this at school, I figured I'd do it on my channel. There might be a part 2 as well, because I have some posters and stuff like that, but they're at school, so I don't have them. But I might do another video tomorrow and do posters and stuff like that. So, forward to that. If you got any other questions, comment down, and I'll look at them if I see them, and I'll look them up if I don't already know them, and I'll answer them. See, I just seen here that apparently about 4,000 Soviet civilians died. That is what I have for Soviet casualties, civilian-wise at least. And oh yeah, there's two more things I forgot real quick. There was firefights throughout the entire city, and from the bombing, there was a hill that was black for a while. I don't know exactly how long, but for a while. Alright, anyway, I'll show probably tomorrow my poster and stuff. Oh, there's that there. Yeah. Have a nice day. And I've never done this on my phone before, so let me see here. May the force be with you.